So go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to start first with the DNA. I've heard a lot about people talking about the DNA had proved him innocent. DNA did not prove Charlamagne innocent. And I want to state some facts so that can because that's all I hear, all over the place. Well, he's innocent. DNA proved him innocent. No, he is not innocent. And the DNA did not prove him innocent. There was no analysis performed. The temperate and conclusive. And I'm going to add a little bit. I have a document here from South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, Forensic Services, Laboratory Report. This is the report that was done on my daughter and on him. She took a rape kit, the section. She was given that. It states here that blood, there was no analysis performed. Saliva, no analysis performed. On him, Charlamagne, Leonard Larry McCalvey, blood, no analysis performed. Saliva, no analysis performed. No analysis performed means that there were no detailed examination of anything complex in order to understand its nature or to determine its essential features. There was no study. There was no study on this. So that's why it's inconclusive. Because it was not leading to a firm conclusion, not ending doubt or dispute. So this is why the DNA did not prove his innocence. And I have the document right here. It's inconclusive. There was no analysis performed on any of the tests that were given. None of them.
We're not there copping out pleas. Yeah, hey, I do shit. Yeah. So 2 weeks later, they come and arrest me for criminal sexual conduct with a minor. So I had to get blood and hair follicles.
Oh, you going down there to initially explain it?
They ain't had nobody else. They depended on. So being that I went down there and took full responsibility. Lock him up.
Did it get through, you got indicted on it and everything, or?
Now I went to court. With the court, they reduced the charges to like contributing to delinquency of a minor, because I had to give blood and all, DNA samples, and it wasn't me. Whoever touched it wasn't me.
So you didn't get no jail time over that?
Nah, I got like probation, 4 or 5 months probation or something like that. Man. Something like.
So
that's the reason I don't play those games.
Just that sentence sounds a little fishy.
I got her drunk.
I didn't just get her drunk. I remember I went to the sex store and got Spanish fly.
Oh, so you raped her?
Shut up. Spanish fly. They sell it in the sex store. I'm telling the truth. They sell it in the Spanish store. I had to fucking. They sold guys in the sex store too. You could put that to a girl's throat in the sex store. It doesn't mean it's legal. So I put the Spanish fly in the E&J. We drinking the E&J and shit. So in my mind, I don't know if this shit really worked, but I felt like I got horny as a motherfucker too. Right? So she was drunk and shit, and we had sex and shit, and like a lot of my boys was trying to come in the room and fuck her. I'm like, nah, shit, like I can't, I'm not doing that. I'm like, let you run the train on it. That's rape. Yeah. Okay, so this is one-on-one, it ain't rape. Yeah, so the next trains are rape. So the next morning she wakes up. And we talk about it. And she's like, what happened?
Oh, shit.
I'm like, oh, we had sex. She said, okay, well, I'm glad it was you. Then a couple days later, she's like, yo, you sure I only had sex with you? And one of my stupid ass cousins was going around saying he fucked her, which he didn't. I know for a fact he didn't. I was there the whole time. Yeah. He did not fuck her. Yeah. He looked at her naked, but he didn't fuck her, right? So I'm telling her, no, me and you just had sex. Nobody else did nothing. So it just was weird that she was like, well, I'm just glad it was you. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I'm like, yo, you could have been in a real bad situation if it was another motherfucker.
Compliment, man. A girl just said, yo, at least you raped me.
I didn't rape her. I did not rape her.
If it was any of your cousins or friends who would have been raped,
I didn't rape her because me and her had every intention of having sex with each other.
So then why would you put the Spanish fly?
I was a freaky, I'm still a freaky motherfucker, but I was listen,
Was she passed out while you fucked her?
nah, she wasn't like, she was like one of those drunks where,
Indictment for contributing to the delinquency of minor. Leonard Larry McCalvey. He was indicted. He was also indicted for criminal sexual conduct with a minor in the second degree. So this is not a joke. This is real life. This really happened. He wasn't always Charlamagne God. You know, that name he gave himself. He was Leonard Larry McCalvey from Mounts Corner. A young guy from Mounts Corner. Now he has a past that he wants to lie about. Listen, I understand. God forgives. But you still have to be responsible for the actions that you commit. You can't open those. And lying about them is only going to keep bringing it back until things are justified. So I want to go over a little bit on DJ Academics transcript. This was published in July 21st, 2013. And he was on that show talking about the incident. He has so much lies up here, and so it's just not funny. And I would encourage everyone, if you could go and look at that, if you haven't already. It's the DJ Academics video when Charlamagne explains being accused falsely of rape. I watched that video and it made me sick on my stomach. This man could sit up there and lie like that. I mean, it's unbelievable. He couldn't keep still, if you notice. He was fidgety. His eyes on me one day. My daughter came to me and she said, Mom, my friend wants to take me to lunch. Okay. He was going to take her and some of her friends to lunch. So I said, I got to meet this person, you know. So she went downstairs and she brought him upstairs. And I met him, introduced himself briefly. And he told me, he says, she's like a sister to me. Don't worry, I won't let nothing happen to her. That's what he said to me. He won't let anything happen to Jessica, my Jessica, that she was safe with him. So they went to lunch that day. She came back, she had a good time, everything was fine. So this is about trust. You know, he's trying to build trust, right? So I was like, oh, okay, you know, he's a nice person and everything. At the time, 22 years old, 15, no way. I didn't know who he was. Let's make that very clear. Because I've heard people say, well, why would she let, you know, her daughter go out with a 22-year-old or whatever? No, that was not the case. She would have never gone out to lunch or anywhere with a 22-year-old. I assumed that it was high school buddies. You know, high school friends get together, you know, they want to do things, go out and stuff like that. He did not look 22, by all means. And if that's the case, what is he doing? He's 22 years old. What is he doing with 15 and 16-year-olds?
Right. I wanted to say that when I was 22 years old, I didn't want to be around a 15-year-old girl. So the people that are trying to blame you, that's just people that like Charlamagne, because no 22-year-old man would want to be around a 15-year-old unless they're trying to take advantage of it. So you shouldn't feel any guilt about that. And obviously now you answered that question. You didn't even know. So go ahead and continue, please.
Yeah. I know the type of mom I am, you know, and for those people who do not, you know, I'm just setting the record straight. I love my kids. I'm very protective, always have been protective of my children. I was a single mom, you know, my husband had passed away, and I had 3 kids I had to take care of. You know, it was one time I wouldn't even let them go nowhere. And then I was told that I couldn't come in. I had to give them space. And I gave them a little space, you know, and stuff like that. But, yeah, it hurt me to hear people say that. Because I know